Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare
Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Ram Ram Hare Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare 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 Ram
Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Ram
Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram
Hare Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Ram
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyaiva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Anantakoti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai. Prem se kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. All glories to the assembled devotees. Please accept my humble obeisances. This is Nanda Priya Narmada Devi Dasi from Charlotte, welcoming all of you to Bhakti Sanga conference call. I thank everyone for attending this session. Please forgive me for interrupting your ecstatic chanting. I would like to read the 10 offenses to the holy names which are to be avoided, written by Srila Vyasadeva in the Padma Purana. Number 1, to blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives for propagating the holy name of the Lord. Number 2, to consider the names of demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal to or independent of the name of the Lord Vishnu. Number 3, to disobey the orders of the spiritual master. Number 4, to blaspheme the Vedic scriptures or scriptures in pursuance to the Vedic version. Number 5, to consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be an imagination. Number 6, to give some interpretations to the holy name of the Lord. Number 7, to commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. Number 8, to consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in the Vedas as fruitive activities, karma khanda. Number 9, to instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. Number 10, to not have complete faith in the chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachments even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be a Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to quickly achieve the desired success, Krishna Prema. Once again, I thank everyone for joining the Bhakti Sangha conference call. Let us move to our next session, which is Srimad Bhagavatam class. May I know who all have joined the call this morning?
Hare Krishna Nand Priya Narda Mataji Nivrat Pranam Sila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai, Priti Dasi from Charlotte. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Preeti Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my respectful obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining the call. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Nanda Priya Narmada Mataji Dandavad Pranam Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. This is Shama Guri Devi Dasi from Charlotte.
Hare Krishna Shamagari Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my respectful obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining the call. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Nanda Priya Narmada Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi from College Station, Texas.
Hare Krishna Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining the call. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga and all the assembled devotees. This is Yashamati Priya Devi Dasi from Chicago.
Hare Krishna, Yashamati Priya Mataji, Dandavat Pranams. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining the call. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Nanpriya Narmada Mataji. All glories Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaji. My humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumari Devidasi from Radha.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Kumari Mataji, Dandavat Pranams. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining the call. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to His divine grace, Srila Prabhupada, and all you wonderful, wonderful Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis. Hari Hari Bol. This is Sri Sapanashad Dasi from Ohio. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Sri Shopineshwar Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining the call. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Nandapriya Narmada Mataji, Dandavat Pranam to you and all Vaishnava. Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev Ki Jai, Vrinda.
Hare Krishna, Vrinda Gopika Mataji, Dandavat Pranams. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining the call. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Nanda Priya Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. My Dandavat Pranams to all the assembled devotees. This is Sushmita from Canada.
Hare Krishna, Sushmita Mataji, Dandavat Pranams. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining the call. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Are there any other devotees who would like to introduce themselves?
Hare Krishna, greatest Purva Sangam Congregation. All the Shri Prabhupada,
Hare Krishna, Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Humble obeisances to all the devotees, humble obeisances to Guru Maharaj and to Srila Prabhupada. This is Varija joining from Mumbai.
Hare Krishna, Varija Mataji, Dandavat Pranams. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining the call. Welcome to the call, Mataji. I think there was one more Mataji who was introducing herself, but I missed.
Dandavat Pranam.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna, all dear devotees. All glory to Srila Prabhupada. This is Bhavamai Devi Dasi in Atlanta. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Bhavamai Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining the call. Welcome to the call, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, Purva Sangam obeisances. All the Shri Prabhupada. I please Dandavat Pranam to all the assembled Vaishnavas. This is Lakshmi from India.
Hare Krishna, Mausami Mataji, Dandavat Pranams. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining the call. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to all the assembled devotees. This is Shiromani Nandarani Devi Dasi from Krishna Kathadesh. Hare Krishna, Mataji, thank you.
Hare Krishna, Shiromani Nandarani Mataji, Dandavat Pranams. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining the call. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Please accept my humble obeisances to each of you. My name is Mitravinda Devi Dasi, and I live in Philadelphia. I'm very happy to be here. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri
Hare
Prabhupada.
Krishna. Hare Krishna, Mitravinda Mataji, Dandavat Pranams. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna. Welcome to the call, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. I also wanted to say a thank you to all the members, all the people, all the devotees joining on this call, as well as the organizers, because it's so wonderful to have daily discussions so many times in the day, and Shravanam is so important for progress on the spiritual path. So I'm really very grateful for these calls because of yes. because of Shravanam, it's really, really very beautiful. So extremely, extremely grateful for these amazing sessions, and I make it ensure that I'm at least a part of the chanting, when it starts at 4 a.m. But here it's sometime mid-afternoon, so I'm able to do it. So I'm really grateful for the same. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank you very
Mataji,
much.
and thank you for joining the chanting every day.
Yeah.
Come every day for chanting.
Yeah, and also beautiful chanting, Mataji. Thank you for joining every day, Mataji. Hare Krishna. All glories to all the organizers. Hare Krishna. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Yeah, Mataji, shall we start recording, Mataji? It's already 7:21. Hare Krishna. Welcome to Bhakti Sanga conference call. Today we are very fortunate to have His Grace Keshavanand Prabhuji on the call to enlighten us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto, 7th chapter, 16th sloka. Yeah, before handing over the call to Prabhuji, I would like to ask Ayan Prabhu to give a brief introduction about Prabhuji. Prabhu, please take over the call. Hare Krishna. Welcome to the call, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Nandot Pranam. I offer my obeisances to all assembled devotees. All glory to Srila Prabhupada. Here is a very brief introduction for our dear speaker, His Grace Keshavananda Das. Dr. Keshavananda was a professional doctor for many years, and Prabhuji now is a practicing monk. Since the last 20 years, Prabhuji has conducted extensive research and authored books in the field of science and spirituality. Prabhuji feels the rift between science and spirituality must disappear to bring peace in the world. If spirituality is a superstition and a myth, science is materialistic and atheistic. A new approach to life is needed today that can bring the best of both. Science must re-embrace spirituality and be humble to admit its defeats, flaws, defects, and ignorance. And spirituality must base itself on sound, scientific, and rational ideas. Keshavanand Prabhu has studied both Vedic and Western philosophy. Besides learning Sanskrit, Prabhuji also learned Bengali, Gujarati, Maratha, and Kannada to know about other traditions. Prabhuji's persistent endeavor in the field of science and spirituality has enabled him to come up with seminars on diverse topics like science and the Vedas, mind and machines, science fails to explain life, consciousness and beyond, etc., that he has presented in various colleges in India, Europe, and America. Under the guidance of his spiritual master, His Holiness Bhakti Vikas Swami Maharaj, Prabhuji has also started a Gurukul, a traditional system of Vedic education in Punjab, India, where children learn the ancient Vedic culture and values. Besides, Prabhuji has started a farm community. The community has a traditional way of living with mud huts and thatch roofs, with cows and of course farming. The communities will set a model for the world to show how to live a life based on the principles of simple living and high thinking. Here's a brief introduction for Prabhuji. Over to you, much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you. Thank you for the introduction. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam. Please accept humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Thank you very much, Prabhuji, for giving your very valuable time and association to us this morning and enlightening on the Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto, 7th chapter, 16th sloka, Prabhuji. Please take over the call.
Yeah.
Welcome to the call.
Can anybody read it? Just ask somebody, please. Can you ask somebody?
Yeah, sure, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 7, Text 16. Tattu kalasya dhirghatvat Shri Tvan Matustirodhade Rishinaanugrahitamam Nadhunapyajahat Smriti. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Because of the long duration of time that had passed, and because of her being a woman, and therefore less intelligent, my mother has forgotten all those instructions. But the great sage Narada blessed me, and therefore I could not forget them. Purport. In Bhagavad Gita 9.32, the Lord says, Mam hi partha vyapashritya yepi suh papayonaya striyo vaishyas tatha shudras tepi yanti param gati. O son of Pritha, those who take shelter in me, low-born Vaishnavas, low-born women, Vaishyas, merchants, or Shudras, workers, can approach the supreme destination. The word Papa Yoni refers to those who are less than Shudras. But even though a woman may not be Papa Yoni, because of being less intelligent, she sometimes forgets devotional instructions. For those who are strong enough, however, there is no question of forgetting. Women are generally attached to material enjoyment, and because of this tendency, they sometimes forget devotional instructions. But if even a woman practices devotional service strictly according to the rules and regulations, the statements by the Lord himself that she can return to Godhead, Tepi Yanti Param Gatim, is not at all astonishing. One must take shelter of the Lord and rigidly follow the rules and regulations. Then, regardless of one will return back to Godhead. Prahlad Maharaj's mother was more concerned with protecting the child in the womb and was very anxious to see her husband return. Therefore, she could not consider very seriously the sublime instructions of Narada Muni. Hare Krishna.
Okay, Hare Krishna. So let's start. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Mam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Bhakti Vedanta Samriti Ste Sarasudeve Gaurvani Shish Chandishtari. So we are reading 7th canto, 7th chapter and 16th verse. Okay. Tattu kalasya dhirvatpat vitvan matus tirodate Ishinanugritam mam nadunapi achahat smriti. Okay, so Narad Muni is quite a difficult verse there. Not an easy verse. I don't know what to speak, but let's see if we can balance it out. The idea what Narad Muni is trying to bring up is that women are less intelligent. Now, Srila Prabhupada comments on this. The whole purpose is. So, of course, in the modern age, people will not accept this kind of statement, women are less intelligent. There are devotees who want to delete this line, women are less intelligent, because of modern feminism and all these things which are going on. Feminism, liberalism, going around all around us. And this has become a havoc. So if we impartially see, it is a instruction of scriptures, women are less intelligent. Now, why scriptures are saying women are less intelligent? That's the whole point there. Well, you might say women are going in corporates, they are going to moon, and they are doing all kind of professions. Women are doing all kind of professions. So why scriptures are saying women are less intelligent? And basically Prahlad is saying that my mother had forgotten all those instructions, but great says Nala blessed me, and therefore I could not forget. So it is not, women are less intelligent, but at the same time, male are less emotional. That's what scriptures speak. So that is why God has made woman and man together, a couple. Positive, negative. That's how a couple is there, isn't it? Physical laws. So males, they are more rational. Women are more emotional, and God has made women like that because woman needs emotion to handle her children, to handle a husband, woman needs a lot of emotions. In fact, Krishna praises women in Bhagavad Gita by saying that that woman has so many good qualities like tolerance, and then Thriti. So what's that words I forgot of? Where Krishna is saying these are all feminine qualities: tolerance, and then beauty, Shri, and these are all feminine qualities. So and emotional, loving, woman is loving. In fact, according to scriptures, God made woman to actually fulfill the needs of love of a male. That's what scriptures speak about women. In fact, feminine energies, that's all about feminine energy. What's Srimati Radharani? Krishna actually expanded himself into Radharani. Why? Because he wanted to enjoy. Srimati Radharani is Haladini Shakti. She fulfills the emotional needs of Krishna. That's her job, by the way. So feminine energy is always there with Krishna, with Ram, Sita, Narayan, Lakshmi, Shiv, Parvati. Without feminine energy, even this material world is not going to run. Prakriti is feminine energy, isn't it? So feminine energy is always on the left. Our left side or our right brain is concerned with emotions. That's how a science also says. So God has given some qualities to women, some qualities to male. That's what he has decided to do so. And that's how this whole universe becomes complete. So we should not think, okay, now the scripture says women are less intelligent, so okay, let's do a revolution and let's, feminism, and it is like so let's go on streets and tell, okay, no, this is wrong, scriptures are wrong. No, this is nothing to fight. There's nothing to fight upon in this. Because you see, God has given qualities to everybody, and God has not given all qualities to anybody. That's also a very important point. Every creature in this material world is not complete. The only complete person is Krishna. And this whole universe becomes complete. Om Purnamada Purnamidam. God is complete, this material world is complete, but God is complete in himself. This material world is complete when all of the living beings are together. Otherwise, an individual is never complete in himself. Individual cannot be complete. God has given some qualities to some people and taken away some qualities from that person. Why is it? Why God has not given all qualities to a particular living entity? Because if all qualities are given to any particular living entity, then what happens? Then the whole problem is that living entity will become egoistic. I have all qualities, isn't it? Like Ravan, Hiranyakashipu, they were thinking we are all powerful, we're all beautiful, we are all rich. And then they become egoistic, and then they stand against Vishnu. And then the next thought comes, I will kill Vishnu. That's the thought which is going on. So to avoid that thought, to help us to surrender to God, to help us surrender to Krishna, Krishna has not given all qualities to us. And that's what Nectar of Devotion says, isn't it? Living entities have maximum 50 qualities. And then 55 qualities Shiva, 60 qualities Narayan, 62.5 Ram, 64 qualities Krishna. No living entity can have more than 50 qualities. Even Brahma has 50 qualities. That too, not complete. Even those 50 qualities are partial. So why I'm trying to bring this point is because, so I can give you some other examples. Peacock is so beautiful, but the legs of peacock are very ugly. Some portion of peacock, Krishna has actually made it ugly so that peacock doesn't become so egoistic. I am so beautiful. Similarly, flowers. You see flowers. Flowers are so beautiful, colorful. But then flowers cannot move. They need pollens to pollinate. They are static in one place. So they can't just go around the entire world and brag, I am so beautiful. It will not happen. So there are limitations. God has put limitations. That's called conditioning. Conditioning means limitations. We are all conditioned souls. Condition means limitation. So God has put limitations. How He has put limitations? By taking away some qualities and not allowing us to have all qualities. That is why, if you go to Madhva Sampradaya, we have this concept of independent and dependent. Only God can be independent because He has all powers, all qualities. We are dependent because we don't have all qualities and all powers. We need somebody else to fulfill those qualities. We need somebody else help. So we need powers of other people to actually help us. We are all dependent on somebody else. We are, for example, we are dependent on sun for sunlight, isn't it? We can't generate sunlight. We're dependent on moon. We are dependent on air and water. We can't have qualities of air. We can't have qualities of water. So we need those. So that's the whole point there. Why I'm trying to bring this point is to understand this whole verse. Because that's the whole problem. Women are thinking, we have all qualities. We are also out. Why should we be less than males? So then males can also think like that. Okay, we are also like women. Why should we be less than women? So females will also act like males, and males will also act like females. So males will also start wearing. Females are wearing pants and shirts and all these. Males will also start wearing bras and skirts and all these things. Everybody is same, but that doesn't happen. It is nonsense. It creates chaos. By the way, that's happening nowadays. Nowadays there is transgender. Things are really becoming messy. LGBTQ plus RTP. I don't know all these things. What's happening? They're transgender. Males are thinking, I am a female. Actually, one devotee. So I went to America, and one devotee told me in his office, there is a female who actually thinks herself to be male, and that male inside her, he is actually what do I say? A gay. So what she does is so she's flirting with males, but actually she's a male who is a gay. It's chaos. The other male, he will never be able to think this is the other boy who is flirting with this girl. He is thinking she's a female and he's flirting, but that female in her mind, she's thinking I'm a boy and I'm a gay and I'm flirting with a boy. It's a crazy word. I don't know. It's a mess going on. This is what happens when this LGBTQ, all these things. This is what happens when people start thinking, I can be anything. People don't accept what they are. And that is what the scripture is all about. People have to accept what they are, how God made them. You have to accept that. Of course, I mean to say transgender people will say, by body, by gender, I am male, but by sex, I am female. They might think like that. Actually, God did a mistake by giving me a female body, but actually I'm a male. So it's all nonsense. I don't know, these debates are endless, but the whole point is, God doesn't do a mistake, isn't it? He doesn't do a mistake. He doesn't do a mistake. If you're female, you're female. If you're male, you're male, and you can see that. There's no problem. So that's the whole point. A female is given some qualities, and males are given some qualities. And what qualities women are given? I don't know, where's that verse? Can anybody help me find out that verse? Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, these are feminine qualities. I just can't find that. These are feminine qualities. Krishna says that. 10:24 Kevin.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. It's in the chat. So 10.34.
What's that? 10:20. They gave 10:24.
10.34.
What's 10.34? 34. Okay, let's see 34. Okay, 10.34. No, what's this? Okay, fine. Kriti Shri Vak Cha Nari Nam Smritir Medha Dhriti Shama. These are the qualities in female. Among women, I am fame. So Kirti is a feminine quality. Behind every man, there is a woman. You said, isn't it? You have heard this? Fortune, Shri Devi, isn't it? Lakshmi. We all celebrate Diwali. We all celebrate Deepavali for fortune, isn't it? So Shri is representation of fortune. And then fine speech. Of course, women are Vak. Woman is Vak is a feminine quality. Woman can use words to please somebody. She can also use words to destroy somebody, isn't it? Draupadi, Nandhe ka beta Nanda. And it was such a what a dialogue, you know. It created whole Mahabharata. Smriti, memory. It is said memory is feminine. It seems that females have more memory than males. Yeah, they can remember more. Female memory is very different from male memory. Male memory is more rational memory. Female memory is more emotional memory. Females can remember much more than males in terms of emotions and in terms of pictures. Medha means intelligence. You see, now Narad Muni is saying that females are less intelligent, but Krishna is saying this is a feminine quality. Now, feminine intelligence and male intelligence are different. Females are intelligent in their own right. Female intelligence is all about emotional intelligence. Male intelligence is actually rational intelligence. So females feel, F for F, and males they think. There's a difference. A female doesn't think. She thinks, but first she feels, and then she thinks. Male first thinks, and then feels. This I'm not saying this is all. This scriptures, and this is all scientifically based. You know, like all psychologists, sociologists, they all speak like that. And that is why females can nurture babies, because you have to feel babies. You don't have to think about babies, isn't it? Babies require feelings. To understand babies, you need feelings. You don't have to think. So, Medha, Dhriti, Shama, tolerance, firmness. Females have a lot of tolerance. They have to tolerate families from both sides. Father-in-law, mother-in-law, and all those things. Husband, children. And in joint family, it was a big. Female had to play a big role in joint family. It was said that a female can actually keep the whole family together. Without a female, the family gets separated. Just like today. Today, females are not playing their jobs, so that is why there's a nuclear family. But females have natural tendency to actually keep families together. So Dhriti, Shama. Shama means patience. Patience, yeah. Patience. Female gets pregnant. A lot of patience is required. 9 months and delivery. So all these are feminine qualities. So in a sense, these qualities are given to women. So when Narad Muni says females are less intelligent, what I think is, this topic, we can go on arguing or debating or suggesting or commenting. It's not easy, but what I think is, here less intelligent means females are rationally less intelligent. Emotionally, they are more intelligent than males. That's how I think so. So Narad Muni is saying about rational intelligence, and that's why He says, my mother has forgotten all instructions, because when Narad was giving instructions to Prahlad's mother, she also heard, Prahlad also heard. But those instructions required more of logic and rationality to understand those instructions. And what are those instructions which Prahlad gave to his demon friends? So they require a particular level of intelligence and rationality to understand. It's more of philosophy. So that is why she forgot. But the great sage Narad blessed me, and therefore I could not forget him. And Narad and Prahlad didn't forget. Why he didn't forget? Because of another reason. Because he was blessed by Devarshi Narad, and that is why he couldn't forget. And the whole idea is, this is, if you are blessed by a Vaishnava, if you are blessed by a Guru, then the whole knowledge fructifies. What's that? Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakti Sanga Mandamohi Savad. That's what we sing daily. So blessings of Vaishnavas play a great role. At least 50% of the role is played by blessings of Vaishnavas. Whatever we have, 50% is efforts, of course. We have to put efforts, that's no doubt. But 50% is blessings of Vaishnavas, by which our whole endeavor fructifies. Our whole endeavor is actually, whatever efforts we put, the fruits of those efforts will come only when we have blessings of devotees. You see Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami. Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami was ordered by all the Vaishnavas. Actually, was ordered by all the Vaishnavas, by actually Raghunath Das Goswami and others, to actually write Chaitanya Charitamrita. He was very old, he was legally blind, his hands were shaking, he writes in Chaitanya Charitamrita. But he got blessings of Madan Mohanji, and he got blessings of other Vaishnavas. And that's how he could actually write Chaitanya Charitamrita. He actually recognizes this fact right in the beginning of Chaitanya Charitamrita. He says this. In fact, all Vaishnavas, Narottam Das Thakur, Jiva Goswami, Srinivasacharya, Shamanan Pandit, they were all, Raghunath Das Goswami, Nityananda Prabhu blessed Raghunath Das Goswami so that he could meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then he asked all the Vaishnavas in Paniyati festival to bless Raghunath Das Raghunath, so that he can meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then he could meet. Before that, he was trying to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He was trying to escape from the home, but he couldn't, because he didn't have blessings of Vaishnava. So we need blessings of Vaishnava. Devarshi Narad says the whole point, Rishi Anugrahitam. Why I could remember is, Prahlad Maharaj could have also forgotten all the teachings. He was in the womb. He was like, he was listening in the womb, by the way. He could have also forgotten. But why didn't he forget? Because he was blessed by Devarshi Narad. This was another reason why he didn't forget. Of course, in his own right, he was a Mahabhagavata. He was a Mahabhagavata, and that's why Devarshi Narad brought Kayadhu, wife of Hiranyakashipu, to his ashram. Indra was trying to kidnap Kayadhu. When Hiranyakashipu went for penance, Indra thought, I'll kidnap Kayadhu and then abort the son, because if Hiranyakashipu is so strong, how much strong his seed would be. So, but Narad Muni came, he said, no, don't do this, because the living entity in the womb is a Mahabhagavata. And if you try to kill it, no matter how much you try to kill him, you will not be able to kill him, because he's directly protected by Vishnu himself. So it's sensible to give me Yadhu. I'll take her to my ashrama, and then when Hiranyakashipu comes, I will return. And when Hiranyakashipu came back, Hiranyakashipu asked, where is my wife? And everybody told that she's with Narad Muni. And Hiranyakashipu said, what the hell she's doing with Narad Muni? He called Narad Muni. He said, what she's doing with you? So Narad Muni said, well, demigods were trying to kidnap your wife, and I saved your wife from demigods. So rather than reprimanding me, you should actually appreciate me. So here is your wife and here is your son. Take her back. Hiranyakashipu was okay. He was happy with Narad Muni. That's a good thing they did. But he didn't understand that the whole concept, the whole idea of Narad Muni was to actually not protect Hiranyakashipu, but to destroy him, because this is the very son of Yadu Prahlad. He was the cause of destruction of Hiranyakashipu. So, so this is the point there in this. This is the next point in this verse, that we all need blessings of Vaishnavas. And now you might ask, how to get the blessings of Vaishnavas? That's another question. How to get the blessings of Vaishnavas? Should we go and ask blessings from them, or should we touch their feet, or what to do? Well, the whole idea to attain blessings is we have to put efforts, but with right attitude. The attitude attracts the blessings and not the efforts per se. Efforts are also required. If you put a lot of efforts, devotees will be very happy. But if those efforts are put with right attitude, then devotees are really happy. So if you really want blessings of Vaishnavas, you have to have a right attitude when you put the efforts. For example, when you put efforts to serve Krishna, the attitude is, I'm putting efforts to serve Krishna to please him. That's attitude, pleasing attitude, isn't it? Anukulena, Krishnanushilana. Krishnanushilana is efforts, and Anukulena is pleasing, favorable efforts. So that's the attitude. So if that attitude is there, Krishna's blessings automatically comes. And Prabhupada said in one place, blessings are already there. We have to receive it. That's the whole point. So once we try and put our efforts with proper attitude, blessings will automatically come. We don't really need to ask blessings. We can ask, and on the other hand, we can ask blessings, but if we don't put efforts, then those prayers for blessings doesn't make any sense, rather than it becomes irritating and frustrating. So this, so that is why some philosophers like Vedanta Deshika and Sri Sampradaya, they said, well, don't worry about blessings of God and Vaishnavas. Put your efforts, the right attitude, and blessings will come. Some other philosophers, right in Sri Sampradaya, they said, well, fine, we put efforts with right attitude, but we also have to ask for blessings. And that's another view. In Lakshmi Tantra, Lakshmi says that until unless you ask for blessings, it will not be given. That's also there. Now, why, you might say, well, why is that? The logic given is that when you ask for blessings, then the whole idea is we are opening our free will for receiving those blessings. We are opening our free will for Krishna to interfere in it. That's what is asking blessings. Okay, Krishna, like for example, Krishna, please bless me so that I can serve you nicely. So what is this prayer? This prayer is, please bless me. So in other words, what we are saying is, Krishna, please help me out. Blessing, please bless me means please help me out so that I can serve you nicely. Now, for Krishna to help you, he will have to plan something. He will have to interfere in your life, and he will have to do something in your life. He will have to mold your life. He will have to mold your plans so that you can serve him nicely. So what you're saying is, please interfere in my free will. And that prayer is required because Krishna will not interfere in free will unless you ask to do so. Because free will is the only precious gift to us, a precious unique gift to all of us, which is unique to every living entity. Nobody can interfere in free will, neither Maya, neither God. God can, but he doesn't do. Maya can, but they don't do. Nobody is allowed to interfere. It is your space. It is your free space. It is your prerogative to use free will as you like. That's your free will is free by the blessings of God. That's the whole idea. So that is why Pillai Lokacharya says, Lakshmi says, you have to pray, Krishna, give me blessings. But then you have to understand what this prayer means. Why we are saying, why it is required to say, please give me blessings. Because if you don't say, give me blessings, then what happens is, then God cannot interfere in your free will because you don't speak. You have not opened yourself to him. And he will not interfere in your free will unless you allow him to. That's a rule. Krishna has made free will free, completely free. So he doesn't want to break that rule. Because if he does that, then our soul will not evolve. Our consciousness will not evolve. We will not evolve to actually, we will not evolve to love of God. The love of God requires freedom. Any force, any control in love of God doesn't make any sense, because any control and any force in love of God will actually not make it love. Love is free without control. It's completely free. And that's what is love all about. It is from the free will of the lover with which he loves the beloved. That is the nature of love. So that's why, some philosophers like Pallada says we have to pray for blessings. Gaudiya Vaishnava Acharyas put both together. They say, okay, put efforts with right attitude and pray for blessings. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Gopinath song, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Sharanagati, there's so many songs. Narottam Das Thakur's, so many songs are there, isn't it? Radha Krishna Pranam and so many others. Hari Hari Vifale Janma. They're all praying for blessing. Prathana, one book is there, Prathana. Narottam Das is praying for blessings from the Lord. Then it becomes complete. So we pray for blessings and we put efforts with right attitude, and then it becomes complete. And then Krishna helps us. And he likes to help us. Actually, he wants to help us. But we are not opening ourselves to him. And that is why he can't interfere in our lives properly. In fact, this, what's this? There's a story there. One saint, he got actually, so he got very sick, extremely sick. And he was like very, very, very morose what happened. Like he was about to die, very morose. And he was thinking, I can't serve God nicely, what to do. So a doctor came to him by chance, and he gave him some medicines, and he said, well, you can try this. Anyway, you're going to die. Just try this. Last resort. When one astrologer came and he said, well, death, you're going to die. That's for sure. But you can try this last remedy, an astrological remedy, and you can become okay. And he became okay by those things. So then he went to God and he thanked him, because of you, I got those astrologers and doctors, and I became cured, and now I can serve you. And he was sitting in prayers, and then God appeared, and then he said, and then he said thank you to him. And God said, well, why you're speaking thank you to me? So he said, well, because of your mercy, I got those doctors and astrologers, and I became okay. So God said, I didn't send that doctor and astrologer. I didn't send. Actually, my whole plan was that you become sick and you die, and then you come to me this life. But because you accepted that treatment and all those things, and you didn't understand what's happening, so now you have to take 3 lives more, and then you'll come back. So things really didn't go according to my plan. My plan was you were supposed to die and then come back to me in this life. But anyway, you just chose something else, and it messed up my plan. Okay, so 3 lives more. That's the whole idea. So that's what is prayers for. Prayers are opening your free will. God, whatever you want, that I want. Please bless me means, in other words, it means this: whatever you want, that I want. That is the meaning of please bless me. Please bless me means that whatever you want, do that to me. Whatever I want, stop it. Don't allow it to happen. That is the meaning of please bless me. So with that attitude, if we pray, then that prayer in itself is pleasing to God. And that prayer in itself also requires efforts to understand what you're praying. A good amount of understanding and realizations. So that's the whole idea, both efforts with proper attitude and prayers with proper attitude, prayers for blessings, and then it becomes complete. And then it's the fastest way to actually please God and approach Him. So that's what Devarshi Prahlad is saying. I was blessed by Narad Muni. I was blessed by Narad Muni. And he didn't forget anything. Even in the womb, he remembered. When he came out, he remembered everything. And Hiranyakashipu was always asking Prahlad, where did you learn all this? Where did you learn all this? So he recruited Shanda and Aman, Shukracharya's two sons, to actually spy on him. What's happening? Where is he learning all these things? Is there any spy or is there any demigod coming and teaching him? Or is Vishnu coming and teaching him what's happening? Prahlad said, well, I didn't learn all these things. I remember all these things. He didn't reveal that I learned it from Narad Muni, but Narad Muni would have been a problem. He said, well, I know this. But he learned all these things in the womb and he remembered all these things. He didn't have to relearn all these things. By the blessings of Narad Muni, he remembered everything. So in theory, we can learn things, but to remember some things, we need blessings of God. That's the whole idea. In theory, it's easy to memorize. But to remember it your whole life, you need realizations. Because theory will forget, but realizations will never forget. Learnings we forget, but experience we never forget. Prahlad is an experienced person. He's a Mahajana. That's why he didn't forget. And how do we convert learning into experience? By blessings. Rishi Anugrahitam. By blessings, he converted learning into experience. That's what Prahlad is saying. And that's the whole idea. Shravanam Mananam Nididhyasanam. That's what Chandogya Upanishad says. You hear, meditate, but if you want to convert it into experience, that is Nididhyasanam, you need blessings. Then human endeavor is not sufficient to convert into blessings. That is why efforts and blessings go together. Efforts are there to learn, meditate, but then convert into experience, you need blessings on the top. Otherwise, it doesn't go into experience. We'll keep on forgetting. We'll keep on, whenever time comes, we'll fail to put that knowledge into application. And you see, this happened with Karna. Karna learned the whole the whole weaponry from Pashuram. And Pashuram, and when the time came, he forgot everything because Pashuram's blessings were not there. Pashuram said, when the most critical time comes, you'll forget everything. So how is that? He remembered, he learned everything from Pashuram. Pashuram was his guru. And he was using all his vidya of weapons in the battlefield. He fought with Arjuna before, when there was, so in the assembly of Pandavas. And he gave a good fight because he was very expert in weapons. But when the time came, when the most critical time came, his chariot wheel was stuck up in the mud. He came down. At that time, he required weapons, but he forgot everything because Pashuram said, that time we'll forget. That time our blessings will not work. He forgot. So it is not devotion is not completely a intellectual maneuver or a memory, a game. It's not like that. Or competition of understanding. No, it's all experience what matters. Experience means consciousness. That is why we call it as Krishna consciousness. We don't call it as Krishna memory, Krishna understanding, Krishna learning. Krishna consciousness, and that requires experience. You need to experience that this material world is not good. It's not simply learning. You need to experience that holy names of Krishna are beautiful and they're all powerful. And that experience we carry in the next life. So this is what is all this about. This verse is all about. There are 2 points here. One is about women. Another is about blessings of Krishna. Hare Krishna. Anybody wants to ask anything? I'll just.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Nanot Pranam. Home verses is to all assembled devotees, all glories to Krishna Prabhupada. Prabhuji, thank you very much for the beautiful class. Here is a question from Shri Shopanishad Mataji. Mataji, please ask your question.
Jai, Hare Krishna. Please accept my obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and to your wonderful service. You know, I was just reading the other day, and it's a book called Metu Nita, and it's talking about the different functions of the races of man. And there was a study on the brain hemispheres, and it shows that analytical and segregative thinking are carried out by the left hemisphere, while synthetical thinking is done by the right side. So it also brought to the attention that our races are formulated by their thinking by the left side or the right side. So in relationship to the subject matter of today's topic about women, I think it may be a cultural, point that they are bringing out about women, because in certain races and cultures, women were queens. They ran the race, they were dominant, thinkers of their society. So I was just wanted to add that, when you mention it, that made me think about the what I had read in the text. So Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Yeah, I mean, it's we were talking in general. There might be exceptions and all these things. Yeah, it's a complex topic. I already told. It's not an easy topic to deal with.
I understand, but that made me. I was just reading about it, and when you mention it,
that's true. That's true. That's
yes.
True.
Haribo, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
But thank you so very much.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, so.
Ayan Prabhu, you're on. You have
Yes,
done.
Prabhuji, there is another question from Sivakumar Prabhu. Prabhuji, please ask your question.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, and all pronounce Prabhu. Prabhu, one question on the efforts, Prabhu, that you were talking about. In second chapter 47, the Lord says, do not consider yourself the cause of the results of your activity. But chapter 18, 14th sloka in the 5 factors of action, there is also the jiva who and the efforts are listed as factors of the action, Prabhu. So I just wanted to understand kind of how do we see our efforts turning into results even for spiritual progress, Prabhu, against Lord's mercy or the Lord's reciprocation?
No, that verse says, no, Adhishthanamita karta karanam cha pridhavitam. The efforts of living entity, and 5th is Daivam, God. His mercy is required. So that verse combines both efforts and mercy.
But chapter in 247, Prabhu, the Lord says, don't consider yourself to be the cause of the results of your activities. Is what
No. That is don't consider yourself to be the cause. That is in the liberated stage. And one thing is that don't consider yourself the cause of fruits of the activities, isn't it?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes.
So that is what Krishna is trying to say, that you offer those fruits to me. Don't become the cause of that fruit, because if we enjoy those fruits, then we are working for those fruits. Krishna is trying to say, no, offer those fruits to me. Then you're not working for fruits, you're working for me. So in other words, the cause is me and not the fruits. That's what he's trying to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Prabhuji. Thank you for the beautiful answer, Prabhuji. There is another question by Tijil Mataji. Mataji, please ask the question.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare
Krishna.
Dandavat Pranam.
Yeah.
Prabhuji, actually, I wanted to ask a question regarding free will. Like, I have been reading an article also on this. Some neurologist, Western neurologist, has also proved in his work that there is no such thing like free will. He says that, and even in
Well,
our case,
you know what? One thing, we don't need neurologists and scientists to understand we have free will. I know there are people trying to prove there's no free will. It's a big topic of debate, but they're foolish. We all have free will, isn't it? We have free will to do research on free will.
see, Prabhuji,
So
actually, I have encountered few people who are Krishna conscious, little different. They have little difference of opinion with us. They said that there is no free will even in our movement. Also, they say either your desires are influenced by Asuri Prakriti, material nature, or they are influenced by Devi Prakriti. In both case, your will is dependent on the energies of God. They are influenced by material nature or transcendental nature. So
so
they
we have
say
to
like
choose,
in that way.
no. But then you say we are called marginal energy. Why we are called marginal? Because we can choose.
Apologies for the interruption. Just to contribute to the conversation. So, do we have free will to choose the Asuri tendency or the Devi tendency? Or even that
Yeah.
is also destined?
No. We have free will to choose. Otherwise, what's the use of scriptures? Scriptures give us intelligence to choose, isn't it? Otherwise, if there is no choice, then scriptures are useless. Scriptures train a person, this is wrong, this is right, so you choose.
My question is that if a person does not have free will, then like how does he choose the devotional path?
No, everybody has free will. But people don't exercise their free will properly. See, even if he's influenced by Asuri Shakti, still he has free will to choose which bad things he will do. He can kill, he can rape, he can drink wine, he can choose. Choice is always there. Choice is never lost. That is the nature of living entity.
But then they say that when we are having, like we say, we are having free will to choose between Asuri and Devi Prakriti. They say that when we are choosing Asuri Prakriti, it is because of our previous samskaras. And if we are choosing Devi Prakriti, it is by the mercy of Vaishnavas, their association.
That's true. That's also true. Our choice is influenced. Our choice is influenced by various factors, but that doesn't mean that we don't have a choice.
So,
you understand?
Like we have,
it is influenced, and we also have choice. You see the point. Suppose if you take drugs, you have a choice to take drugs or not. But once you start taking drugs, you become habituated, and then you can't choose, and you're forced to take drugs. But still, you have a choice. But the choice becomes weakened. Your free will becomes weak because you're addicted to it. So free will becomes strong and weak. That's the whole point. If your samskaras are strong, it becomes weak, and then you are swept away. But free will is always there. Otherwise, no matter how much sinful you are, like Valmiki, suppose if we take this example, so Narad Muni said, okay, chant Ram, Ram, Ram. He was sinful, but nevertheless he said, okay, let me try. He tried and he became good. At least the story goes like that. So that is why it is said anybody, even a most sinful man, can come to bhakti if proper association is there, because free will is always there.
But Prabhuji, like they take the conversation on that context that that Jiva fall down issue. They say like if we are
Just
in
Jiva fall down,
Nitya,
forget it, Jiva fall down. Just
actually
that
they
is
bring
not
this
a,
issue.
that is not a good question, Jiva fall down, because they say there's no fall down of Jiva, but we say there's fall down of Jiva. But anyway, even if Jiva fall down or doesn't fall down, there is free will. No, it is, you can see there is free will. You are asking question of causing a free will. No, you can also not.
They just point out this thing only. They say there is no free will even in Nitya Lok, in Golok Vrindavan. You are influenced by Yog Maya to worship Krishna. If you
there
say
is
that you
no,
chose to,
no, that is wrong. You can be influenced, but at the same time you can have free will. They are confusing between influence and free will. They are thinking if you're influenced, then you don't have free will. No. You can be influenced, but you can have free will. So like, for example, you can be influenced under alcohol. If you drink alcohol, you're influenced by alcohol, but still you have free will. You can go on the road, you can go on the car, whatever you want, you can do, So in Golok also influenced by Yoga Maya, but that influence doesn't deny free will. Yoga Maya, so what Yoga Maya does? What is the influence of Yoga Maya? Yoga Maya helps you to forget Krishna is God. That's all. But Yoga Maya is not trying to destroy your free will, isn't it? You forget Krishna as God, but then you're free. You're free to serve Krishna. Like Yashodama is free to give him butter or rice or chapati. She decides every day. Radharani decides every day what to cook for Krishna. That Yoga Maya is not deciding. So you can be under influence, but at the same time you can have free will. What kind of influence is there? That's important. They are saying Yoga Maya's influence is that it is destroying free will. That is wrong. That influence is not destroying free will. That influence is something else. Just like Maya's influence is on us is to make us forget Krishna completely. Then we are free to do anything. That's the confusion which is there in the mind.
Okay, Prabhuji. And second thing, like we discussed about females.
Okay.
Even in our Vedic culture, we had females like Gargi and Maitri. They were scholars of Vedas.
Female, I told you there are always exceptions. In general, we are talking.
So in today's society, can there be those exceptions where females can be scholars and acting as some?
There can be exceptions always there, isn't it? But we can't make it a general rule. No?
Okay, Prabhuji. And one more small thing, Prabhuji. Your email is not working, is something like that, because I have been emailing you and I'm not getting it.
My email is working. You send me email. I always check my email. Keshavanand10@gmail.com. Okay. By what name it comes? Tijil.
Tijil. It's Tijil. I have talked to you before.
You send me. It is working. It is going on some other mail then.
Okay, no problem. Thank you. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, there is another hand raised by Achyuta Mataji.
Yeah. Thank you, Prabhu. So Prabhuji, my question is around blessings. So first part of the question is, how do we seek blessings of Vaishnavas? Is it that is it more personal? Should we take a more personal approach that we approach the Vaishnava that we want their blessings, or should it be that we can sit at our place and at home and just sing prarthana bhajans?
Just think and prarthana bhajan. That's all. You have to go to them personally. That's not a problem. Just like Raghunath Swami, he used to think of 100 or 1,000 Vaishnavas daily in his mind and put danvats to them in his mind. So that's what you have to do.
So 1,000 Vaishnavas, so he used to think of any particular set of Vaishnavas, or is it just like in
that he was doing? You can think whatever Vaishnavas you want to think.
Okay. And then the second part is, how do we know that we have received blessings of the Vaishnava? Like, what are the symptoms or what changes?
Well, you will lose, what's that? What's that? Vairagya Vidya Nija Bhakti Yoga. You will get detachment from this material world. You will get realizations in chanting. Then you can understand, your mind will become peaceful and satisfied, connected to God. Yes.
Thank you, Prabhu.
There are a few questions in the chat. Can I ask?
Well, you can, but I think I have to go. I have some work. I have some next meeting. So
then shall we conclude?
Yeah, I think so. I need to.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for the beautiful class. I offer my obeisances unto your lotus feet. Vanchakalpatarubhascha kripa sindhubhaya vacha
Pranam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha.
Jai.
Radhe Radhe. Thank you, Prabhuji.